Okay, viewers, we're back in the bath today. I want to go over a few things, things I haven't been really covering that I think I should. So, for me, working in a room or a location where things are tight or you're looking for the best outcome, the work conditions play a lot into that. Now, this ceiling is very low in here. So just putting a platform over the tub to protect it would make it still very tall for me. I'd hit my head on the ceiling, making it uncomfortable to work. If you're not comfortable working, you're probably going to have a finish that's not exactly the way you would want the outcome to be. So I've constructed this thing here. The reason why there's plywood in the bottom is because that's fiberglass. So with me standing on the ladder, 200 pounds plus, I don't want the legs causing possible damage to the tub. So I've placed a drop cloth, obviously, to prevent any kind of spillage and any scratching. Put the plywood down, put this in there. This ladder is about the same height as this. I was standing on the edge for some of the work, but putting a drop cloth over the edge and then trying to stand on it doesn't make it for very safe work conditions. So what I'm trying to do with this setup is to reapply the tape along the tub top. Get up there and show you. Just to try and get a nice, clean, crisp line between the walls and the tub. Now, they do make Frogger tape for putting tape down, but that's really, according to their advertisements, a special chemical that makes it bond, but to paint, maybe not to fiberglass. So I'm going to use my regular blue tape on this fiberglass, and I'm going to try and put that on in such a way that it's going to create a nice straight line. When I did it the other day, when I was pulling off the tape, I got this booger here, which is absolutely terrible when you come to think about it when you're getting down to the finish. I do have a nice smooth caulk line going down. Some people recommend, take a knife and cut it. But I have caulk here. That's going to cut the caulk, so I don't want to do that. So I have to be very careful in my application. Now, some of the products that we've been using, we started with this product here. And the reason why we're using one caulk for the fiberglass tub shower unit and another caulk for around the tub, because this isn't paintable, but it is super strong and super durable for that application. When you get to surfaces that come in contact with paint, you want to get a paintable caulk. Otherwise, if you use this stuff here, it would just spread or separate. And that's not the greatest outcome because the latex paint won't bond to it. So that's this stuff here is what's in this joint here. Again, I apply it and I really work it down with a cloth and a finger with water to get it that smooth. So it'd be nice to see what the outcome would be after the paint. And that's part of what I'll be doing for you today. I did get some Frogger tape that I'm going to put up. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because, as you know, we're going to be putting molding up here. But what about those who aren't putting up molding? I want to show you how to get a nice crisp line around a ceiling. And you can use that same method when you're putting base on as well. Now, another product we're using here is this Mapi caulk. I think that's how you pronounce that. Let's see what the product is again. Mapi, maybe. So this is a color coordinated caulk, and we're going to be using that along this seam here where the tub is. I'm probably also going to put it down there just because I have pet peeve on cleaning is along the radiator there. There's not really much more that this could go to. I mean, it's a huge waste, I think, because I'm going to end up using about half of this. It doesn't have a shelf life to use it again, but it's relatively inexpensive, and I think the outcome is great. But you can use other caulks. I just chose this one because it's the same color as the grout I'm using. Now, I talked about some of the grout issues I was having where it doesn't seem consistent color. Trying to see if I can show you that. If you, it's probably hard to see the inconsistent. Excuse me, dry mouth this morning. Inconsistency in the color, and I bought this. This is same color as the grout that's on the floor. It's Grout Refresh. I watched some videos on this and I wasn't entirely impressed because it seemed like the guy was going after it after 6 months, going over it again and over and again and over and again. I just think that you grout, you seal it, you're done. And that really should be just set up for cleaning and maybe sealing it once in a great while. And then, of course, it's good to go until you want to rip out the tile floor and just replace it, which was one of the things I contemplated. But if this bathroom just doesn't have that kind of value, it would have opened up another can of worms here and there. The whole basement is done with this tile. It just wasn't cost effective. And this bathroom project was getting really financially out of control, and I wanted to get it back to more reasonable cost and trying to get it done. So I think I did a good job of reviving it. But like I said, there's color inconsistency. So then I bought this product here, which is a grout sealer. Comes with its own applicator. And I'm thinking, what I'm hoping, even though it says that it dries clear, it doesn't change the color, I'm hoping it does in this particular scenario where it would become consistent color throughout. And I'm going to do a little spot here, probably at the vanity location, just because the vanity covers that. So if there's some sort of bad result that I'm not happy with, at least the vanity will cover that. Plus, we're trying something new today, viewers, is I'd like to have you see some of the work being done. Now, the joke is that I have a face for radio, so I don't really get into the videos that much. But I do think you would benefit by seeing me do some of this work, how it's applied. You don't know how many times I go on YouTube to find a video on how to use something. All it does is come into a review, which, I don't care about a review. I want to know how to use it. So, like I did with the casters on the workbench, I walked you right through that. Could have done a better job of that, but, I'm new at this, so I'm learning as well. And, as far as the audio in the videos, yeah, I struggle with putting my words together. Sometimes my mind works, or my mouth works much faster than my mind, or vice versa. And, I get traveling into areas and drop something that I started. So, forgive me for that. But again, this is all about providing you a source of, well, here's somebody that did this, and this is what they did, and that was the outcome. Okay, so it is kind of a review of products used, but it's also a how-to as well. So hopefully this will all be helpful. We're going to start by doing a patch of this over here, and let that dry and set, and hopefully we get the results that I'm looking for. And then we'll move off to taping around the shower, getting that painted, and then try and do across the front of the tub. But I think I have to hold off on the front of the tub until I decide whether I'm going to put the sealer on the entire floor. I don't want to caulk and then put sealer on. It just seems to be backwards. So, and then I do want to get outside because we did build a workbench, but there is a assembly bench that's going to look pretty much like a workbench, but won't have a cutout. So we'll catch you later. Keep watching and have a great day.